I put it into some context and I figured that if these are his goals, so these are his things to do. Anti goals probably meant the thing list of things he did not want to do, right? So it was like his don't do list as against a to do list. Hi, and welcome to a fresh new episode of Behan Code with me, Filoni Kanani. I know we are meeting after a very long time. That's because I recently learned about a framework that I wanted to share with you. It's called anti goals. I happened to watch the interview of Shan Puri on YouTube, right? Where he was kind of showing off his Kickstart document for his podcast, which is My First Million, right? To the podcast host. And there I came across the concept of anti goals. So I saw that he mentioned his goals, which were that he wanted to talk to X number of people. His goal was to, build a private network. He wanted to be able to invest in more companies and get to know more businesses that way, right? Through his podcast. So those were his goals, right? And then there was another section which read as anti goals. And his anti goals were that he didn't want to spend more than X amount of rupees or dollars in his podcast, and he did not want to spend more than X hours a week on the podcast. And I was hooked. That seemed really interesting. While I still did not know what anti goals meant at that moment, um, I put it into some context and I figured that if these are his goals, so these are his things to do, anti goals probably meant the thing list of things he did not want to do, right? So it was like his don't do list as against a to do list. And it was only later that I researched a little more about anti goals that I came across Andrew Wilkinson's blog that actually popularized this concept. So Andrew Wilkinson is the founder of the company called as Tiny, right? And it was in one of his blog posts that he mentioned the power of anti goals, which I will certainly link in the description, so that you can also read that blog post. Yeah, so he explained that anti goals are very with a very simple example of a businessman, right? Like while on the outside, they're catching flights and, they're jumping from meetings to meetings and, places to places and stuff like that. So on the outside, their life look really flashy, but on the inside, they actually feel like shit all the time because, it's long hours of travel, less hours of sleep, so much pressure, right? And that is not how he wanted to feel. And he also quoted Charlie Munger's quote that tell me where I'm going to die so that I'll never go there. Basically, what he was trying to say is that instead of him trying to have the best day, he thought he should reverse that approach. So what he did was like instead of like listing down things that would comprise of a best day, he listed down things that looked like the worst day, right? Like, so let's say what could a worst day look like? It could look like a lot of meetings, no time with family, waking up early, sleeping late, not enough sleep, something going wrong at work, and so on and so forth, right? So imagine this is what your worst day looks like. You list those points down, and what you simply try and do is that you avoid these things. Like what you do is, let's say, you feel like you're going to have a lot of meetings. So what you do is you consciously put effort to ensure that you do not have a lot of meetings and you plan out your time really well, right? So that anti-goal really automatically becomes your goal. So that's how he did it. Now, he's like in his words, instead of thinking through what we wanted our perfect day to look like, we thought about the worst day imaginable and how to avoid it. Right now, this is how he looks at it. But how I look at it is slightly different, right? Instead of trying to not have the worst day, I look at it more like something that sets boundaries for me. I'm someone who gets excited by a lot of things. The minute I come to know about something new, I instantly want to do it, right? And I jump into it, then I get overwhelmed, and then I end up not doing it. So, how anti goals help me is that they build a clear boundary for me, right? They define the scope of work very clearly, saying that, hey, Saloni, these are the things that you want to do, right? And these are the things that you don't want to do, right? Now, when I do this, I automatically manage to not digress, which generally keeps happening with me. And I'm able to stick to my commitment for a much longer time. So, yeah, this is how I'm using anti goals. And I encourage you to do the same. And please let me know if they work for you or if they don't work for you. And overall, how does this concept sound to you? Also, with that, I request you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so that the next framework that I share comes into your inbox directly. With that, I, Saloni Kanani, am signing off.